you. The gentleman yields, and I now recognize Ms. Norton from Washington, D.C.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Today's hearing is yet another attempt to rationalize the repeated attempts by the Trump administration to destroy the ability of the federal government to address the needs of the American people, spending months denigrating federal employees and gutting the civil services. Not enough for the administration. The president is also attacking universities, law firms, nonprofit groups, and charities in a desperate attempt to control civil society, silence dissent, and seize absolute power. Ms. Yentl, we have heard committee Republicans and their witnesses attempt to villainize NGOs today because they do not want to say what they are really attacking: charitable nonprofits. What are nonprofit organizations, and what kinds of work do they do in local communities?
Thank you for the question, Congresswoman. Nonprofit organizations are local, transparent, accountable. They are predominantly small or mid-sized. About 92% of nonprofit organizations have budgets of less than $1 million. So they are experts at stretching every dollar for the biggest impact in communities. And they are predominantly in local communities, working with communities to identify and prioritize needs, and then working to meet those needs with the communities. Nonprofits step in to fill gaps that are left by, that the federal government and private entities on their own can't meet. So often they partner with government to do the work that they're doing, and they show up in times of crisis. They provide vital disaster relief assistance. They staff mental health hotlines. They provide safety from danger. They also show up in communities to meet our everyday needs, from childcare to elder care, from libraries to food banks to providing essential shelter. So nonprofits really meet the needs of all Americans throughout our lives, and virtually all of us are touched by and benefit from a nonprofit in our local community.
Ms. Yentl, are nonprofits partisan organizations, as the majority has tried to claim today?
No, nonprofit organizations are nonpartisan, both by law and in practice.
These attempts by the administration to make it clear that they do not want nonprofits to provide expert services that protect the local needs and goals of our communities, just as they do not want a government with a qualified, nonpartisan, merit-based federal workforce. Instead, the administration wants a patronage system with services provided only by and for those who share their political views. Trump's attacks on nonprofits come while his allies in Congress cut government services that support the most vulnerable in our society. Ms. Yentl, you have referred to nonprofits as America's backbone.
Yes.
How do nonprofit organizations fill gaps in government services to meet local needs?
Well, nonprofit organizations show up to meet local needs in many ways. And the federal government, of course, Congress, appropriates funding. And some, not all, but some nonprofit organizations apply for, through very rigorous processes, to receive federal funding, and if they're found to be eligible and if they're found to be able to meet the rigorous oversight and accountability requirements to receive those funds, they do. And then they put those dollars to good work in local communities, meeting a whole spectrum of needs that are identified by the community. But it's important to know, too, that nonprofits earn these funds from the federal government through the work that they do, and also have a diversified revenue source. So about 27% of nonprofits receive federal funding, earn federal funding for the work that they do. Those nonprofits and the nonprofits that don't receive their funding from a variety of sources, all of them dedicated to meeting local needs and working with the community to do
The
so.
gentlelady's time has expired. I now recognize Mr. Cloud from Texas.
Thank you, Chairwoman. And